Hey, how's it going, guys? And welcome back to another video on the Stock Kings YouTube channel. And today we will be going over Healthier Choices Management Corporation, ticker symbol HCMC. And they are a penny stock traded on the OTC markets that's gotten a lot of hype lately. Mostly for their lawsuit against Phillip Morris. But also in news, they have released their Q4 earnings yesterday, March 5th, right after the market closed. But before we get into that, I want you guys to go ahead, give a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications so you know whenever we have a new video coming out. And I also have my Instagram linked below. You guys can follow that. I post, what's going on this channel there so you can get updates there as well. But getting into this stock, I want to talk a little bit about the technical side. Let's take a look at the chart here. I'm on the daily chart, and we have a huge run up. We're trading very small here at about 0.0002 cents, and then we have a huge run up all the way up to about 0.006 cents, and now we are back down to currently 0.0014 cents. So I think this stock had a huge run up. For the lawsuit, there was a lot of news. Reddit kind of found out about this stock, ran this stock up. And then I think it's just been kind of following the markets recently. The markets have been dipping a lot. And so in turn, this stock would follow that momentum and go down as well. Let's take a little closer look at the hourly chart. Now, if you're looking for day trades on this stock, I think you're getting most of your value down here at this support level, right here around 0.009. Sorry, 0.0009. And if you got in any trades here, if you are looking to trade this, you were definitely getting good value. It ran all the way up to 0.001. So, and it's currently at 0.0015. So you're kind of right in the middle of this zone. I think at its current price, we're not really looking to take anything. We would look for, it to either dip down or cross this support or this EMA right here on the 50 EMA, trying to show us some upward momentum. If we get a cross here or a close above this resistance, that would definitely show some bullish momentum. However, if this does dip back down to here, creates support like the previous candles here, and it bounces back up, this would be also a good play. However, if this does dip below this support line, this will become a resistance, and then you would not want to take a buy from there. You would look for it to create a new support somewhere below here. Okay, guys, and getting right into the news for HCMC, we have Healthier Choices Management Corporation reports fourth quarter 2020 financial results and full year fiscal 2020 results. And at the headline, we have delivers improvement in adjusted EBITDA for fiscal year 2020, despite 8% reduction in net sales due to the pandemic, which isn't a huge sign moving forward into this earnings. Q4 earnings, an 8% reduction in net sales. But if they are citing the pandemic as a reason for that reduction in net sales, that is understandable. The pandemic affected a lot of businesses negatively, and it's definitely hard to drum up sales when people cannot go out of their homes. So that's understandable if that is the main reason that their sales reduce. And I would expect a lot of other businesses that report, a reduction of sales to cite the pandemic as a reason. And we have fourth quarter and full year fiscal 2020 results and recent highlights. Starting off, net sales from continued operations for the year ended December 31st, 2020 amounted to $13.9 million compared to $15.1 million during the same period last year. So that's the reduction of net sales going from $15.1 million Q4 2019 to $13.9 million Q4 2020. And you never want to see a, net sales decrease fundamentally from a company. That's just not great news for them. But we are in some different times with the pandemic, so it is a little understandable that their sales would be reduced slightly from the 15.1 million to the 13.9 million. Moving on, we have gross profit from continued operations decreased by 0.7 million or 700,000 for the year, resulting in a year-end amount of 5.8 million compared to a 6.5 million for the same period last year. which is also not great news. We have a $700,000 decrease of gross profit, going from 6.5 million 2019 to 5.8 million 2020. So also not a great showing for HCMC. But if the pandemic again affected this, that would be the reason. Operating expenses as a percentage of sales decreased 16% in the fourth quarter versus prior year. For the year ended December 31st, 2020, operating expenses as a percentage of sales decreased 6%. So that's some good news. Again, we have operating expenses decreasing, which is showing them towards a path of more profitability. Yeah, that's always great. The best way to get profitable is to decrease those expenses. You always want to increase your revenues, but it is also good to decrease expenses along the way. And then to end, we have adjusted EBITDA, which is earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization for the 12 months ended 2020 improved approximately 0.5 million compared to the prior year. So that's always good news if you can grow your EBITDA by 500,000 despite those net sales decrease. That's always a glimmer of hope for the company despite those previous, not so great showings for them in your net sales and gross profit. But moving forward, we have some words from the CEO, Jeffrey Holman of HCMC. We are delighted with our performance in the fourth quarter and especially proud of the improvement in our adjusted EBITDA results for the year, especially given C-word related challenges our sectors faced, which he is right. There's been a lot of challenges, and to improve their EBITDA results for the year is definitely a good result. However, the other, gross profit and net sales, you don't necessarily want to see that as an investor. Fundamentally, as a company where you're, wanting to put your money into, you want to see them growing their gross profit and net sales year after year. But he also says, despite lower net sales volume by $1.2 million due in large part to the pandemic, our team's ability to reinvent the way in which we do business on many levels and actually improve our adjusted EBITDA by 500,000 year over year is a testament to the culture of hard work and dedication that we have fostered over the past 13 years. So he's basically citing the improved EBITDA basically is a result of their culture and hard work that they've built, and that's great for them. I think that's showing a lot as a character trait for the company to be able to do that during such a struggling time. And he ended with saying, the team has continued to execute on strategic vision for our company. We remain focused on the commitment to improve the fundamentals of the business, expand our business lines where we accretive and where accretive, and continue our endeavors to enforce our intellectual property rights against any infringers upon a patent suit that has taken the better part of the decade to build. So that's kind of the biggest thing I think that he was talking about. They want to improve fundamentals, which is, obvious with the net sales gross profit going down. Hasn't been super great for them, but what he said he said, enforce our intellectual property rights against any infringers upon a patent suit that has taken the better part of a decade to build, which is alluding to basically the lawsuit that is going on right now and is the main reason that the stock has been getting so hyped up and so many people have been focusing on this for this stock. They're not really worried about the fundamentals of the company. They're more worried about this lawsuit and what's going on with that. But for those of you that do not know what's going on with this lawsuit with HCMC and their patent infringement, I will be getting into that right now. Okay, so getting into the lawsuit, we have an article pulled up here on Seeking Alpha, and we have Healthier Choices versus Phillip Morris. And that's the company that they are in suit against. They believe that Phillip Morris did infringe upon a patent that they had. So getting into this article, this is important because the company has filed a patent infringement lawsuit against international tea giant Phillip Morris in relation with its popular IQOS heat not burn products. Healthier Choices is not the first company to enter a patent battle over IQOS. British American Tea had the same idea earlier in 2020. Now, this IQOS patent is basically a super, it drives a lot of revenue for these companies. It's really popular, as you can see here on the international stage. Philip Morris claims it has already sold devices to 12.7 million people worldwide. So that is a huge part of Philip Morris's sales. And with this lawsuit, they are definitely going to be trying to fight against this patent infringement suit from HCMC to try to protect those sales. It's a huge part of their books, a huge product that they sell to their customers. And if HCMC were to win this suit and take those sales away, that would be very destructive for the company as a whole. And you can see why so many investors are looking at HCMC to win this suit and put their money in a penny stock that could possibly win against a huge company like Philip Morris. The suit is around, if HCMC were to win the suit, they're filing for about $1.5 billion. And I don't care what company you are. I mean, $1.5 billion is a huge amount. If you're Apple, Tesla, Amazon, nobody wants to lose that amount of money. But for healthier choices, with the poor fundamentals that they showed earlier, with their sales decrease, gross profit decrease, that would be a huge influx of cash for them and would hopefully, bring their company to new heights. And if this really does go through, that would be huge for the company. And you can see why investors are so, want to see where this lawsuit takes them and get in on this company early if it does take off, in the long run. But moving on, as you can see, Healthier Choices does not have the resources to drag Philip Morris into a long lawsuit. Philip Morris is a much bigger company, so it's not great news for Philip Morris. But if other companies are also filing suit against Philip Morris, they might want to just settle it, get out of court, a little quicker. But they are definitely not going to pay the 1.5 billion dollars that HCMC is looking for. They're going to lawyer up. They definitely have the funds to do so, and they're going to try to protect themselves as best they can. So this lawsuit could definitely take a long time. And what's going on with it currently is Philip Morris has filed a dismissal in the courts against this suit, and the judge has about 15 days to kind of go over and say, yeah, this court is dismissed, or say, no, I think HCMC definitely has something to go off of here, and that will be huge news for HCMC if the court does, or if the judge does not dismiss this case. So we'll be looking for that news to come out from the judge around March 15th to see where this dismissal goes for the court case. And yeah, this is definitely the main reason that this stock is getting pumped up so much. Not so much the earnings. The earnings, investors aren't really looking at the earnings for the company to be, super successful. They were expecting it to not be so great, but they are definitely focused on this lawsuit, and hopefully HCMC can get something back from the patent infringement if Philip Morris actually did infringe upon their patent rights. But that is all the information that I have for you guys today. If you guys found value in this video, go ahead, give a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications so you know whenever I drop a new video. And I also have my Instagram linked below if you guys want to follow that. But as always, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you next time.